SirGuyMusic, welcome back to another edition of SirGuyMusic. Today we are going to learn how to read tab, and when I say tab, I'm talking about guitar tab, bass guitar tab, and this word tab is what you're going to want to search on Google if you're looking for a song. Let's say you're looking for Uptown Funk tab. If you Google that, you're going to get the tablature results for different people's way they've written down the notes for Uptown Funk. Right? And if you look on the SirGuyMusic channel, there is a bass tab and a bass lesson on how to play Uptown Funk. I think there's also going to be a guitar one up there. So what we got here, we've got, well, 6 strings, just like on an electric guitar, and letters next to the strings that all, represent, well, the strings of the guitar, right? I got 6 on here, and I got 6 here. The only difference is this one, this low one here, and this high one. Well, we can see they're both named E, but the difference is this one is low, and sure enough, it means the low E. It's the E string that sounds like this. Right? It's the low sound. And then we've got this high E. That's the high sound. Right? So this is the string that's closest to your face. That sounds really low. This is the string that's closest to the floor. And it's really high. Let's turn this way. Right, so I've got my guitar here, my trusty guitar, my low E, my high E. Nice. You guys see what I mean? So we've got all the strings in between as well. Elvis ate donuts, goodbye Elvis. If you learned how to tune your guitar already, well, that's the names of your strings. Meaning, if I were to play my guitar and not put my left hand down, I'll show you what I mean here. If I was to play my guitar, and just like this, left hand up in the air, and I'm just playing that E string, the low E, which is the one closest to my face, right now, that E string, from here to here, that's playing an E note. Right? If I were to put my finger on the guitar here, right? Now I'm playing different notes. So what's this all about? How are we going to explain this? Well, back to our tab here. On my low E, we can write down a little bit of tab, and then I'll play it for you. And I bet it'll make sense. Okay, so the magical dry erase markers, I'm going to erase that. And I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, let's play a little 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Here's my guitar. E string, that's the one closest to my face. And if I don't put this finger on, right now I'm technically playing a fret 0. But if I put my finger here, I'm playing a 1. Now I'm playing a 2. Now I'm playing a 3. Makes sense, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is really easy to do this stuff. Tablature is not very hard, is it? No, it's really not. And if you can count frets, you can figure out how to play your song. Now, that's basically it. There are some other symbols that you might find in tablature, and you might wonder, what the heck is that? For instance, after this 3, you might see something that's like a squiggle. Something like that on the line. Sir, why is there a little squiggle on the line? Well, I'll show you. If I was to do a vibrato bend, that's what that squiggle wants me to do. So 1, 2, 3. Squiggle. Awesome. What about if you saw, let's say right here, we saw 1, 2, and then we saw a little line to 3, or a little, like a front slash. Well, that means it wants me to slide from 2 to 3. So I'll play a 1, play a 2, and I'll slide it up to 3. You notice I didn't use my hand there. I'll play it again. 1, 1, 2, slide up to 3. Pretty easy, right? Okay, let's switch things up a little bit here. There's some other symbols you might find on tab. There's your slide. Let's erase that. What if you found an H? And actually, I'm going to change this. We found an H in your tab. Sir, there's an H in my tab. What the heck do I do? In case you didn't catch it, that was heck with an H. Okay, so now I got 1, 2, H4. What does that sound like? Let me show you. I'll play a 1. I'll play a 2. But then I'm going to hammer on to a 4. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 4. And it might be really fast, like... It might be really slow, like... I don't know. You kind of got to listen to the music to figure that out. Okay, now what else could we find in there? We could find something called a pull-off, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of like a hammer-on, like an H, in reverse. So the one rule with a pull-off is it has to go from a higher number down to a low number. And I guess the one rule with a hammer-on is it always goes from a low number up to a higher number. Okay, so let's do 4 pull-off to 2. Okay, well let's see if I can play this. So I can play a 1, play a 4, hammer and pull off to 2. Doesn't really sound that nice, so I guess I picked some nasty numbers. But that pull off thing is what's important. Okay? That's pretty, you know what? That's a good start for tab. There's, you could obviously have notes on different strings. You could obviously have 2 or 3 notes at the same time. You could have 2 or 3 notes in a row. There's not a whole lot to this. Before we leave, let's take a look at this one thing. What if we had something that was written down like, let's say, I'll do this. I'll do this. Okay, so here's my strings. I'm going to have some numbers there, so I'm going to leave those spaces blank. I'm going to have a 2, 4, 4, and then here I'll have, let's go 4, 6, 6. Okay, so these are power chords anyways, and well, I'll play them for you. So you see, almost like in Guitar Hero or Rock Band or whatever, video game, it's almost like when time comes by, at this point, I'm playing nothing, I'm playing nothing, I'm playing nothing. I get here, on this, I got to play 2, 4, 4 on my guitar, and then time goes along, and I hold the note or I let go of the note, and I got to play 4, 6, 6, and then nothing again, right? So, here we go. 2, 4, 4, all at the same time, and then a 4, 6, 6, all at the same time. Okay, that's music. Now here's the one shortcoming with tab. If we go back here, right, and you're just looking at this tab, you don't know if it sounds like this. I'll do the 2, 4, 4, then I'll do the 4, 6, 6. It could sound like this, right? So I did 2 really quick notes, or it could sound like this. 2 longer notes. There's no way to really tell with tab. So what I personally like about tab is that, well, you got to use your ear. If you're listening to a song and you know it goes like 2, 4, then that's how it is, right? You read the tab and that's just how you play. You hear it like that. But if you hear it like this, with long notes, then that's how you got to play it. The tab doesn't tell you how long to hold your notes. You got to use your ear. You got to develop that inner musician and, I don't know, bring it to life or whatever you want to call it. But that's how tab works. I think it's really an awesome way to learn music. Really fun, really quick, and it's good. It's good. It's really good. I like to use it. You're going to learn it in this class. So enjoy, guys.